China has become the world's largest auto exporter.
The US and Europe have been going after China recently for unfairly propping up its electric car industry.
Next, a 100% tariff on electric vehicles made in China. People say, wow.
The Biden administration has gone all out to target what it sees as the country's new nemesis, Chinese electric vehicles. These Chinese cars have rattled Mr. Biden so much that last month he imposed one of the highest tariff rates in US history on a product that isn't even visible in the consumer market. What is the US so afraid of? As of today, China sells almost zero EVs in the US due to the already high tariffs. So the White House move to quadruple tariff rates to 100% has very little impact on the market, except for potentially hurting the average American consumer in the long run. Yet the fear of Chinese EVs beating domestic products compelled President Biden to raise the tariffs to a hysterical height. The US justify its protectionist actions with the idea unfair Chinese practices flooding global markets with cheap goods. This sounds like a valid excuse, but consider this. The US is not bothered at all by cheap goods entering the country when it imports hundreds of billions of dollars worth of machinery from China each year.
As I've said before, America's fundamental economic strength means that we have nothing to fear from healthy economic competition with China or any other country.
When it comes to electric vehicles, though, the US does get cold feet about competition. As a matter of fact, they have a reason to be. China accounts for over 60% of global EV sales because Chinese EVs are smart, well-built, and most of all, affordable. In the US EV market, most available options are at least $30,000 whereas Chinese EVs offer a range of products for only $10,000. Good quality, decent finish, and a reasonable price, all thanks to technological advances, a complete supply chain, and effective industrial policies. That's why Chinese EVs are gaining popularity worldwide. By eliminating competition from China, Biden claims to ensure that the country will lead in the industry, an idea seen by many economists as nothing but delusional. The fact is, America's EV industry is years behind its Chinese counterparts. Americans are still learning how to make low-cost EVs with cheaper batteries. For example, Ford and General Motors have been planning to build battery factories in North America using technology from CATL, China's leading EV battery producer. But Biden's recent tariff hikes are posing uncertainty to such cooperation that could potentially lower EV prices in the States. Biden's moves are also undercutting his own environmental commitments. The president is pushing for 56% of all new US vehicles sold to be electric by 2032. But last year, less than 8% of new car sales in the country were EVs, with higher prices being a major hurdle. Now, by banning cheaper foreign EVs from the market, US consumers are left with limited and more expensive options to go green. Does Biden really not understand this? Don't forget, it's an election year. By acting tough on Chinese EVs, Biden is securing support from, for example, Michigan, a major auto industry base and, most importantly, a crucial swing state for the election. Presidential candidates will say and do anything to win those November votes. And Biden himself knows that intimidating tariffs would do nothing but backfire on the US economy and hurt the very people he should be serving. Listen to what Biden said about Trump's tariffs on China in 2019.
All that he has delivered as a consequence of that is American farmers, manufacturers, and consumers losing and paying more.
Yet, 5 years later, Mr. Biden is doing nothing different from Trump, only worse. The press often talks about the 81-year-old Democrat's memory issues, but on tariffs, did he really forget what he said, or did he just choose to forget it?